Okay, so here we are, filtering the A1. Nice bright sunny morning in February, and up ahead there we can start to see some brake lights coming on. Just to go over the crest of that hill, so it's starting to roll up the throttle, choosing the right lane, anticipating that there might be a bit of filtering coming up. Little did we know exactly how much filtering is going to be. At this point, as you're entering those two cars, that's the danger zone. Cars like to swap lanes. This van here is way over to the white line. A bit suspicious of him. Car ahead's going on, so look in his mirror, look in his window there, and he's tapping away on his phone. Just giving a good smile. He soon realises his error of his ways. 6 points, and throwing a big fine, and he moves over for me. So thank you very much, chap. And then it's just a case of picking your gaps. Lorries are nicely over. Cars are sort of staggered here and there. So look at the pinch points. Pinch point coming up. Can I fit through there? Yeah, just about. Nice and steady. Don't forget, I've got a massive wide bike, 2 sets of panniers on behind, and there isn't really that much room. You've got to be really nice and precise. Filtering between vehicles, between cars like this, not a problem. Big lorry coming in, accelerate past him, give him all the space he needs. Then we're back up to a nice speed, so no point to filter now. You know, then it starts to slow down again, so you've got to start to pick your lines a little bit. As the traffic's moving, just relax, chill out again. Think, okay, that's all the hold up it was. We'll slowly get back up to speed again. No problem at all. This is a danger point. If you start filtering now, this van ahead of me, it's got a massive gap on the left to move across to, so just watch it. If you're thinking about going through, wait until it's alongside another vehicle so it can't move. I think it's like a massive game of chess, this. Who's going to move and why they're going to move, and can you see them moving, and what happens if they do move? How's that going to affect the cars around them? Keep your eyes peeled all the time. Try and get yourself in a position where you can see up the side. You're looking for brake lights. Okay, so that van, just hover. Has he seen me? Is he going to move across? Is he going to go into that lay-by? He's clearly just sat in that lane because he's bored. Doesn't really want to move across. So now I'm in the inside lane. Plenty of space in front of me. Trying to keep that safety bubble as big as I possibly can. It's pretty tricky when you're filtering to keep a nice safety margin around you. Side to side tends to be quite narrow, but forward and back you can extend your safety there. Added hazard is this low sun. It makes it a bit tricky to pick out brake lights sometimes. If people haven't got their lights on at all, like this car here on the left hand side, they can just completely disappear in your vision, especially if you haven't got a clean visor, or so just you've got to be on your game. Big lorry up ahead, and we're moving along nicely, so again, no point weaving in and out of traffic. There's a very fine line between filtering and weaving in and out of traffic. Who knows where that line is? A lot of it is down to personal preference. A lot of it is down to the perceived risks you've got, the perceived benefits. The good book will say, don't even think about filtering anything over 40 miles an hour, or even anything over 20 miles an hour. And even then, it's your speed differential that matters, the difference between the cars that are almost moving and yourself. So again, we're looking at gaps. Nice view right up ahead. It's a nice wide gap. I can probably fit all the way up through there without too much of a problem. We're just keeping the old speed down, just keeping the sensors sharp. See if anybody's going to move. Looking for gaps that people are going to dodge into. Trying to plan for any point that I won't be able to get through, such as alongside lorries. Okay, knowing full well he can't see me just yet. I'm right in the sort of in his blind spot, so I don't want to be here for too long. Just waiting for that gap to clear, and then we can get out in front of him. Lots of brake lights coming on up ahead, so again, it's starting to crawl down. Pick your gaps, looking where we're going, looking for pinch points. In between lorries, in between vans, these tend to be a bit snug. got some movement there on the left-hand side, so I'm wondering whether that's a slip road coming on, which is causing this snarl up. So if it is, we can expect vehicles in lane 1 to be moving across to lane 2 to let the approaching vehicles come on to the carriageway. So it's places like this. Are those two cars going to dodge out into the gap? People only tend to move and switch lanes when they can see an advantage. Like a chap moving over, always give them a nice little wave. It's a lorry up ahead, look, there's a pinch point there, so I'm not going to be able to get through, so I've just got to bide my time. The tanker is going on through, just shuffling left to right, making sure that we're making nice steady progress. Just waiting for cars to acknowledge that you're there. It might just be a tiny little move, they might just move the steering wheel slightly. They've seen you in the mirrors, you're looking in the mirrors all the time, you're looking for that sort of acknowledgement that they've seen you. Looking at brake lights way up ahead, just trying to see where the next stop's going to be, where the next slow up's coming from. Okay, car's moving in, so he's seen us. Happy to got the inside of him. Okay, starting to get a bit narrow now. Got a couple of lorries side by side, so nice and patient. Lots of lorries, they're taking up a bit of space. He moved in for me. Thank you very much. The lorries and the buses and things on the left-hand side are actually pretty good. They are causing some shade, so you can actually see a lot better in this direct sunshine that's going straight in. So at this point, visor's wide open. Another person on their phone to my left. It's so obvious to see and spot in a group like this who's on their phone and who isn't. It's just, I don't know why people do it. Blatantly obvious that they're on their phone. Okay. We start moving again, okay, but again, it's that personal preference. At what point do you merge back in with the traffic? At what point do you start filtering again? Stop, start, you know, stop, go. Hover, loiter, you know, this car in front of me hasn't seen me yet. There's a big gap in front of the lorry. Is it going to dodge in there if it thinks that lane's more beneficial for it? See the brake lights coming on now. Wait until it's alongside. Okay, now we've slowed right down, and now we can pick our way through. Getting quite tight, quite narrow. Squeeze through there. And off we go again. Starting to think now that must be something very serious at the front of this queue, because this is coming up to 10 minutes of filtering already. It's probably the world's most boring video, but it gives you hopefully it gives you some insight on what we deal with when we're filtering. It's eyes everywhere all the time. Things like those car transporters just went past. Lots of sticky out bits on them, so you've got to be very careful going past those. Okay, always acknowledge cars if they move over for me. Just a little nod, little wave, anything just to say thanks. And up there we can see a van there. He's on the right hand side, but he's over. So that might stop me with these lorries on the left. So slowing down, pick our way through, nice and patient. So I'm looking for a wider gap on the left past his van. It just happens to appear. So if you time it right, the gaps will materialise for you. You're looking for the gap that isn't there, but will be there by the time you get there. Always planning. It's like a massive game of chess. So when cars are stopped, that's when it's a bit more tricky, because they can't then just move an inch or two out the way for you. And it's also when they're perhaps not concentrating quite so much. always pause and wait before going inside. That's the fine line between filtering and overtaking on the inside. Traffic's moving in queues. Is it okay to overtake on the inside? I'll let you decipher the highway code on that one. But as a motorcyclist, for me, I don't believe I'm annoying anybody just yet. So I'm happy. If I'm happy, you should be happy too. Big lorry there, just waiting. Waiting for him to see me. I'm just sitting myself in his mirror. He's got somebody going really slowly in front of him. So it's all about patience. Sometimes patience does wear a little bit thin when you're doing this, especially if somebody hasn't looked at the mirrors for the last, what seems like 3 hours. And you've been sat on the corner. Okay, so the car's moved in for me. Thank you very much. Another car transporter. Loads of big sticky out bits on these. You can see he's right over the line. But he's seen me now, he's moved over. That's all the space we need. 6 inches. Just picking through, threading that line through. All the time. Covering the brakes. Getting ready for anything that's going to happen untoward. And whilst this looks like, I suppose to the untrained eye, a little bit reckless, you do so much of this, you get a feel for it. Okay. Everybody's stationary, so nice and steady, just creep through. When everybody's stationary, you're okay. When everybody's stopped, you're okay. When everybody's moving, you're okay. It's when one's stopped and one's moving. That's the problem. So, thanks drives for moving over. I know you've seen me now. Wait for this gap to open up in front of this lorry and off we go. Okay, so we're judging the gaps now. Cars. Anybody going to move? Go past them when they're alongside each other. Like this. Go through the middle if you can. Is he going to split lanes? No, he's okay. Looking right up ahead, we've got a lorry there just coming up to us. That might cause us a bit of a pinch. Everybody seems to be slowing down. Okay, another car transporter. Sticky out bits, give him some room. Obviously a main route for car transporters, this one. And now we've got Mr. Green Van. He's obviously feeling, he's a car transporter as well by the looks of things. Feeling a little bit insignificant. And he's not aware I'm there at all. So, a bit of patience. And around we go. You know, he might not have seen me, he might not have wanted to move for whatever reason. How long did he hold me up for? 2 or 3 seconds? It's not worth getting worried about. Okay, thanks lorry, you moved in. Give him a wave. Another one coming up. Just sit on the corner, waiting for an escape route. So I can just dodge in behind him if I need to. The lorry behind this one let me in, so he's got his eye on me. Just waiting for that gap to appear. And round we go. Same again. And as you go past the front of these lorries, just check left. Shoulder check left. Make sure there's nothing lurking in that gap in front of them. Starting to think now we must be coming to the end. The traffic's starting to flow a bit better. We're wondering what it was. We're up to sort of 1/4 of an hour of filtering now. Probably one of the longest filterings I've had to do. I'm sure people have done longer ones, but it starts to get a bit serious when it's like this. You start considering having a little look round for the air ambulance or that sort of thing. Okay. Bit of a squeeze through this one, so again, just be patient. Sit yourself on the corner, wait for the gap to appear. You'll either appear because the cars are moving faster than each other, or they'll spot you and move over. And if they don't do either of those two, sit and wait. They've been sat in this traffic for God knows how long. How annoyed are they? Thank you, car driver. Move over. So people do move if you just give them a chance to. Sometimes people move into you, but we can deal with them as well. Okay, we've got a left-hand filter lane appearing, so keep an eye very much to the left now for cars crossing, moving over, joining, dodging into a gap on the lane 2. For some reason, cars like to join dual carriageways, and they hate lane 1, so they've got to get in lane 2 as fast as they can. So in that area, that's a danger zone, that one. So just be aware. Thank you, drives. You can see them moving in. Yep. Personally, I always give them a wave. Looking up, right up ahead, all that gap. Can I keep my position in the road? Can I watch that gap? Cars stick out a little bit. That's going to slow me up. Gap in front of the lorry. Just nudge right there. Not quite. So again, a bit of patience. Just wait. They might see us. They might not. They might just be being bloody minded and sitting there. Okay. But look at the 2 lanes. We're going to have a gap in front of the lorry to move into in a second. So there we go. Bit of a pinch again. Don't forget, my bike is about as wide as some of these cars. Just a case of can't fit. Just wait. Patience. Finding the best line all the time. Trying to be smooth. Trying to keep it flowing. Get into a bit of a rhythm when you're doing this. Once you're in your rhythm, it's okay to keep it maintained. Cars coming in from the left-hand side again, so being aware that people might start to sneak across. This is the faster lane. The cars are stopped on the left, and there's a definite faster lane to the right. That's when they'll want to jump across. Gap in front of this lorry, looking for people sneaking out. See them coming across, and off we go. Now, it looks like we're all starting to move again. Cars will jump across for you. Thank you very much. So when you enter a filtering zone, that's the most dangerous, and when you're leaving one as well, that's pretty dangerous too. So we're starting to speed up now. Look across the right hand side, police car behind this lorry, on the other side of the road. So all of that jam, 20 minutes of it was caused by rubbernecking on this side. I love a bit of filtering. See you next time.